Hello lovelies and happy 2020! So it's the 2nd of January today and I thought I'd just pop on and just give you a quick little scrappy update on what I plan to do this year, and what I really want to do is show you some of my favourite layouts from 2019 because I was going through my album today and realised that I haven't actually posted a lot of my layouts on my Instagram or anything, so I think I'll head over to Instagram and post some of those pictures, but I also want to show you some of my favourites that I've done last year. Yeah, if I didn't do a process video, it would appear there's no photo of it anyway, so I went through and I took some photos because there are a few design teams that are calling for applications for the next few weeks, so I thought I might try my luck with a few of those. So I was going through my albums to see what kind of layouts I could send off with an application, and I realised that, yeah, I haven't shared a fair few of mine, so I thought I'd come on and show you some of my favourite layouts. Some of my not so favourite, but you know, some of the layouts I've done for 2019, and show you the first two layouts I've made for 2020. Yes, I scrapbooked a layout yesterday and I scrapbooked a layout today. So how's that for a start? I have scrapbooked a layout every day this year so far. Oh, I know, it's a corny joke, but still, it's funny. So, this is my 2019 album. I keep going to say 2018 for last year. Anyway, yes, I only have one album. I didn't do a lot. I think I did 3, maybe 4 Project Life spreads. I don't know what happened last year, but I did do a lot of layouts. So the majority of this album is actually full of layouts, which is why I only have one album. All my photos are sorted on my computer. I just didn't get around to doing them. I'm hoping to do better this year, even though it would appear that since 2013 I have not completed an album. Yeah, do that math. I still enjoy the process, so I'm still going to continue to do it, even if I have a tragically year like last year and only do 3. Or like 2014 and get all the way through to September. You never know. So eventually I plan to catch up. There is this really cool thing I heard of last year sometime where every week 1 you do every week 1 you haven't done. So I've done at least week 1 for most of my albums, but say you get to week 25, so you do every week 25 in all your past albums, so 2014, 15, 16, 17, 8, any week 25 that you hadn't done, you do it all. So you do your current week 25 and then you go back and do all the past week 25s. Does that make sense? I think it's a good idea. I don't know if I can do it. What I need to do is I need to get ink for my photo printer. I find when I have ink for my photo printer, that's when I stay up to date with my album. I think that's what went wrong last year. I rarely had ink. Because if I have to go to the shop to print off my photos, I'm not going to do it every week and scrapbook it on the weekend. It doesn't happen. So what I think I need to do is make sure I keep that stocked full of ink and print them off as soon as the week's finished. So my expectations aren't massive because I know chances are I'm going to fall behind. I probably won't even finish this year, but I'm still going to do it because I like the process. I like scrapbooking. I like sitting at my desk and scrapbooking. I like the idea of Project Life, that all my photos don't sit on my computer or my phone, they go into my album. So I'm going to continue to do it even if I do fall behind. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some of my layouts that I did for 2019. And yeah, because I just, for some reason, I feel like I haven't actually shared many of my layouts. So I thought I would. Yeah, those are the first 2 that I've done for this year. So I'm going to show you them last because I'm very excited that I've already done 2 layouts this year. But again, that's because of the design team applications coming up. Okay, so the first few that I'm going to show you I did while I was on retreat in November. So not too long ago, but that's probably why I haven't shared them. I did do a video where I showed what I did, but yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd show you again. So there's this one. This one I love. And then there's this one. It's my sister and my niece. This one, I love this photo. I really do. It's so weirdly me. I'm working on my girl layouts because of my gorgeous niece. So this is one of my flowery layouts. This was a design team post for Flutterby, as was this one. This one was just for fun, I think. I did a lot of that, I've noticed. I actually have a process video for that one, so that will go up hopefully this week. Hopefully. No, this was for a Colour Blast challenge. I thought maybe it was for on retreat, but no, that was for a challenge. This one was on retreat. This one I remember telling you all that I actually won for, but be honest, it's just for the photo. This was another one I did on retreat. This was a Colour Blast, no, not a Colour Blast, a Flutterby Designs design team piece. And this was just a wall hanging I've made. This one I don't really like, it's too boring and plain. I could have done more with it, but I really liked the girls want to have fun. So, now we're going to open up the album. So, I'll turn it around because, you know, there's a few in here. Oh. Okay, so, where my title page should be, which of course I don't have. So, I did week 1 of my Project Life. And then I did this layout. Now, this was my sister's second baby's birth announcement. And I really like how that one turned out. This is just a layout that I did a long time ago. But looks like this is the rest of my week 1. I'm trying to make sure there's no glare. And then I think I did week 2. I did week 2 on a retreat in November. That's how, you know, how far behind I am. So this is week 2. And then, so I have more layouts than anything in here. You know what, we're just going to open it up and take them all out. So this is mostly full with layouts. So I've got this one, I've got my niece. And then I've got, this one was actually a guest design team post for Scrap the Boys for the Mother's Day, so May. And then, flick through. Oh look, I've done week 4. So I've got a layout here, and this was a Flutterby design team piece. And then I've got week 4 of my Project Life, and a layout on the back. So I did do a fair amount of scrapping, but it's mostly all scrapbooking. It's not really, there's not really a lot of Project Life. It was also, I was in a scrappy kind of mood last year, I guess. And then there's this one. This one I did at retreat too. I made that background myself. And then this, it doesn't count because it was a class at the Flutterby Designs retreat, but it is technically a Project Life page. See, my photos are in here ready to go. I just haven't done anything with them. This was another class at Flutterby Designs retreat, and this is these are my Mother's Day photos. And then a layout, another layout, 2 more layouts here. Now I'm pretty sure this one was a Flutterby Designs design team piece. This one I got a new stencil and I really wanted to use it. And then, yeah, see, just some random layouts. So I did a lot of scrapbooking last year. Look, no mixed media, pattern paper. I'm trying to do more with pattern paper and not solely mixed media, because as you can see I do a lot of mixed media. We know I do a lot of mixed media. But yeah, I'm trying to work more with pattern paper, which you will see in my first 2 layouts. My first 2 layouts of 2020 have no mixed media. I know, right? I'm trying to find a good mix of mixed media and using products, because, you know, for the design teams that I want to apply for, they do a lot of collections, and I love the collections and I want to use them. This is my favorite layout of all time. This one I like to, I'm working more on using smaller photos as well. And look, white space, I love that, I do love that. But yeah, as I was saying, some of the design teams I want to apply for have there are a lot of paper collections. So I want to find a happy balance between using those collections, and because I have a lot of collections behind me as well, and I want to use them, but I also want to be true to the fact that I'm a mixed media scrapper, so I want to find a happy balance between the two. So this was another Flutterby Designs design team piece, and I do love this one. This one was different for me because of the colours. I don't tend to use orange, but I like how it turned out. And then this was another design team piece, and this was Koopy's multi-portrait bag. So I have no doubt there's more layouts that I've done throughout my art room somewhere, but these are just the ones that are you know, around and that I remember doing. And so my first two layouts of 2020, you want to see? So my first two layouts of 2020 are using Simple Stories Little Dude. I love buying the collections, especially boy collections, we know this. I have 2 boys, 3 nephews, the dog, the husband. I love boy collections. So, and the Simple Stories ones are some of my favorites. The Simple Stories, the Cocoa Vanilla, and Doodlebug, they tend to be my favorite boy collections. I think it's the bright colors, they're just my style. There are some that, you know, aren't like the vintage boys and things, but the bright colors and the cool funky elements, they're my kind of style. I love those. And I buy all the collections and they sit here. I put them in bags to keep all my collections together. So I'm really trying to use more of my stash, because I know there's some really good collections coming out this year that I know I'm going to buy anyway. But I really want to use up what I've got as well. And so I thought I'd use up some of the collections as a whole. So this is what I've done. This was the first layout I did, and I did this yesterday. So this is my nephew now. I haven't scrapped a lot of him yet because I couldn't find an album. But I've had heaps of photos printed, so I decided to scrap some because I really wanted to use these collections. So I decided to, yeah, scrap a few of him. Now these two, like I said, I was focusing on using the paper ranges. Tried not to do so much mixed media, so therefore they were actually really fast to use. To begin with, I didn't like it. It looks too simple, I think, is what I feel. I don't know. The splatters really helped me make it feel more finished off. I don't know, I think it's like the fact that it's 12 by 12 and there's not really a lot happening, but then again, it, you know, I do like it, I do, but yeah, it's very different. I think it's just because it's different for me. And then this is the one I did today. This isn't finished yet. It still needs something, but yes, I did this one today. This was a picture me and my sister took. We were doing a photo shoot for Father's Day, because their dad's a big Star Wars fan, so they had Star Wars outfits, and this was my nephew. And this is my favourite photo from the entire shoot, so I had to scrap up that one. So yeah, so apart from all that, of course, there was lots of work in my brain dump journal and then in my art journal. So overall, I had a really good creative year. But I just mostly wanted to show you my scrapbook layouts and tell you about my tragic attempt at Project Life, and that I do plan to do better this year. Anything's better than last year, so we're calling it progress. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be progress. So yes, I will stick with Project Life. I will stick with 12 by 12 because I love 12 by 12. And even if I don't get it done, I'll still continue with it because I just love the process. So that's going to be it from me. I will go and upload this now, so there's a cool video for you to see, and I would love to hear what your 2020 scrappy plans are. Are you doing Project Life still? As always, I'm doing a mix between Project Life and 12 by 12, even if I do more 12 by 12 than Project Life. But ideally, that's the way I do it. I do my week 1, week 2, week 3, and then my favourite photos out of there, I scrapbook. Sometimes I end up with doubles, but I don't care. It's my album, I can do what I like. But I do like to 12 by 12 scrapbook my favourite ones. So yeah, I'll continue with my art journal. Still have my my brain dump, and this year I actually have something new. So Santa got me this in my Santa sack. It's a 365 day book, so every page is a different day. Yes, I know it's the second, I haven't started yet, but I think I'd like to do this now. When I've tried this in the past, I don't journal every day. It doesn't happen. But I had one of these for the year I turned 30, because I had a 30 before 30 list. And for the most part, I was pretty successful. There are a few blank pages, but for the most part, something was in here every day. Now, for me, it doesn't necessarily have to be writing. It can be a picture, it can be a doodle, a scribble, a painted background. I don't care. I'm just hoping to be able to fill this up this year. So I think this it won't take the place of my brain dump, which is here. So when I say my brain dump, I mean this journal. This is my my little journal that I write in. Ooh, as you can see, I put pretty much all sorts of random stuff in. I got photos, little notes Will's written, because Will can be non-verbal at times, even though he's got a great vocabulary and talks really well. When he's anxious, he goes non-verbal, so he writes notes. And I keep those because some of them are really cute. And then, you know, memories and cards, things I receive, art pages, lots of journaling. There is lots of journaling in here. I call this my brain dump. So literally I dump everything. Sometimes it's just art journal pages. If something's in my brain, literally I'll put it in here. So yeah, literally a brain dump. And I will continue this for this year as well, because I really enjoyed this. I like at the end of the year having a full journal to look back on. So whether it be a writing journal, which I did for a few years, Aldi used to sell these really cool little journals, and you know, I tried very hard to write every day. I wasn't always successful, but for the most part, dating back to at least 2012, I've got a journal. So that's why I like having this, and that's why I think this will be pretty cool too. So those are my creative goals. Well, there's not really goals in there, is there? But those are my plans to continue my project life, even if I don't succeed or finish. Continue my scrapbooking, and also my art journal and my creative brain dump journal. Those are my plans. So what are yours? I would love to hear in the comments below what your creative and scrappy plans are for 2020. Let me know in the comments below, and yeah, I will be back really soon with a new process video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.